I'm Jeff Butler from Madison College. Today we're going to have a look at inking with a brush, a Winsor Newton Series 7 watercolor brush, one of the cartoonist's best friends. Now if you notice my ink setup here, I put it in a little watercolor cup rather than dipping it directly into the ink well. What you want to try to do is avoid getting the ink up into the ferrule, because that can dry up there and it can cause the bristles to spread and you lose your point. So you want to be very careful about keeping that, keeping the ink out of that metal tip ferrule area. Now if you see I keep my brush a little bit wet and I have this nice blotter here, that's going to be important because as you turn the brush and let some of that excess ink come out, you're also putting a really nice point on the brush, and that's what you want. Okay? Once you do that, it's really good idea to have a blotter handy as you dip the ink, put the point on the brush. Now once it's got a point on it, you're ready to start inking. And we're going to go on this really fun sketch of Spider-Man here and look at the line variation. Now I tend to stay pretty sketchy with this, which I think is a good idea. You don't want to ever get too tight with a brush. It's gonna show. You want to have this really nice flowing ink line, and the harder you push down, the thicker line you're going to get. The lighter you stroke, you're going to get a much lighter, more delicate line. And as you go and build it up, you can feather. This is fun. This is where the fun really kind of begins, when you start really getting the hang of this thing and you can start adding details and feathering and having a good time with it. But you can already kind of see the versatility of a tool like this. In just, if nothing else, the wonderful variety of lines that you're able to produce with it, from thick to thin. Keeps the eye very engaged. You start with a very thin line, gets thick, thin again, thick again, feathering. And you can see that the brush stays charged for quite a long time before you have to go ahead and dip it again in the ink. The possibilities are endless. The learning curve can be a little steep. It takes some getting used to, but like any tool, the more you work with it, the sooner you master it. And I guarantee you this thing's going to be a really, really powerful tool for anybody aspiring to be a cartoonist or a comic book inker. Well, I hope this has taken the mystery out of the notion of inking with a watercolor brush. Give it a try. I think you'll really enjoy it.